the street like Braille. The way I make him feel words on the sheet. He's so good.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Brooks now on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story, too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. Go right side, and Dobbs has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He'll work it a couple yards past the line. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak, it's Love. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a game 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
1st and 10 from the 43. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones on the mounts are really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Receiver in motion, he's headed right. Play fake, it's Love. This is Reed working the right side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long for him here. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Packers first down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Green Bay.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Escapes out to the left. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. That one's incomplete over the middle. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
They'll throw. First play with Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 27 on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Dump off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the line.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing again, here's Nix. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Play action. Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On second down, Jacobs. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
He keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Packers first down. First and 10.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Called in by Musgrave. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Five still to go here. This is second down. Love from the gun. Complete on the slant to Watson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First and 10 now from the 46. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Back to the air. Love. Connects on the crosser. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nix off the play action. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And they bring him down around the 34.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. Our score, 14-0. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Trying to get it with the option. This gets the 1st and more. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Working inside the red zone. This is Ingram looking the left side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Brooks now on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air with Love. Completed over the middle. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Josh Jacobs. A gain of 9 yards. And the Packers first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Completes this one to Kraft. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 2nd down.
Following the false start, here comes 2nd and 7. Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. Man in motion out of the slot. Now Love on the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And he put everything he's got behind it. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Sticking in the air. Love. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Christian Watson with the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 18.
Broncos 3.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Marvin Mims. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long. They're going to throw. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's another Broncos first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. They give up the middle to Harvey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Edger and Cooper there to make this stop. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And this is down to the doorstep of that red zone. Another yard to reach it and pick up that first down, too.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. 7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. Going for it with Harvey. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good, and that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And this is Savion Williams on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Give him a couple on that carry. 2nd down coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. Love out of the shotgun. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Love. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers grow the lead now to 22 points. On now is McManus to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. First down now, ball at the 33. Nix looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Nix. Mims with the grab. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He gets 6 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
From the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huber.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. On now is McManus to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace. But they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hitting Ingram on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. Nix holds on to it. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
On first and 10, here's Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And this one does not go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Second down now. They need 7. Nick's now to throw. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here's Harvey running from his own read. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. Third down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
It's a third down give to Harvey. Tried to plow ahead for the first. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up fourth down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. Fourth down, pass coming. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Love from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. This is Jacobs running left. He brushed him off with ease. And he gets some decent yardage there before they send him out. Looks like about 6, so we've got 2nd and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Play action, Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The fourth down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And after they were stopped on fourth down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 26-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Harvey once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. That's one he knows he should have had. And that brings up 4th and long.
Okay, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They motion the tight end over. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Love on 3rd and short. He's got it near the 8. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Green Bay.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the red zone on 1st. Dump-off caught by his back. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Packers carrying both the football and a good lead into our 4th quarter. Now from back at the 7, here's 3rd and goal. Love out of the shotgun. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
For the field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
McManus sends it through. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Money up to a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on a camouflage bells. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. Making some progress here. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one's complete, right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. That's complete inside the 35. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Now the offense and Nix coming to the line and looking to tack on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often, but tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they went his way for that two-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys, security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass like a great post in basketball. And they know how to finish.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. And downfield, he's got it. So that's Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. There's Love to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Love now on 1st and 10. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
Broncos 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds the in route complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Pressure coming for Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a pickup of 26. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
2nd and 3 now. Nix to throw again. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Brought in close to the 8. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Bo Nix touchdown.
Hey, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos get it back to a 14-point game.
Broncos 24.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And he has it to the 42 before they make this stop. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold. Could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Bronk, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First down from the 42. Jacobs running behind center. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Man in motion, out of the slot. On second down, Jacobs. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Going run again with Jacobs. And that's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They're going to pass it here. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.
Back at the 28-yard line.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
Broncos 24.
Get your money up. I put money down. I'm all about. All my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our instances. We're healing with ways that don't last too long. What happened the time in the diaries? No help for the weak, but that's the dog. Let it your boy for all of us. Now bring out the truth in it. And my homies got history that they say would have worked.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And this one doesn't go far.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Here he goes, one final shot. And they get to him again. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.